shift and can change 270 is what you need to win the presidency. Karl, your thoughts on the state of the race right now?
Well, it's been a bad week for Trump. He had a pretty good debate. The first 30 minutes, he did well. And then since then, rather than talking about things that people care about, he's been focused on a former Miss Universe whose name came up in the debate, and for reasons that are beyond me, he's focused on her rather than the news that was available to him each and every day. Monday, the FBI came out and said 10.8% a jump in murders over the last year. Tuesday, Director Comey is grilled over by Congress over his failure on the Clinton investigation. Wednesday, they announced 600 more troops going to Iraq. No status of forces agreement. Thursday, the GAO comes out and slams the administration over funding of Obamacare. And rather than talking about these kind of things, or on Friday, the release of the Bernie Sanders comments by Hillary Clinton, rather than talking about these, Donald Trump has been talking, tweeting, and shouting about a former Miss Universe. It's just beyond me.
Okay, Joe, how does the tax story play?
It depends on how. I don't know what they're doing. I agree with Karl that he had all this momentum when he went into the debate. I thought was doing well at the beginning of it, and then just sort of unraveled, and he's been unraveling ever since. And even the handling of the tax stuff, they're not getting in front of anything. And it looked like at his rally where he started going after Hillary for the pneumonia stuff, and that she wasn't loyal to Bill. I mean, he's not even addressing it. He's sort of throwing things out that I think have to really worry a lot of the Republicans, particularly those running in these tight Senate races, having to defend this stuff. So right now it's all going against him at this moment.
But let me ask you this, Joe. Do you think that you have a situation here where the Clinton team has to look at these numbers and say, this is not a guy that is running a traditional campaign? The numbers aren't moving a great deal. And this is still an anti-establishment, anti-elitist kind of atmosphere out there. Are they concerned that if they don't see the numbers move significantly in coming days, that they still have a fight on November 8th?
Well, look, they're going to have a fight on November 8th, but I think the Clinton side of this is whenever the focus is on one of them, whoever has the focus doesn't do very well. It was that she wasn't doing very well in those weeks prior to the debate. Then all of a sudden the focus has gone back to Trump. They want to keep it there, and they want to just keep throwing out bait and hoping he keeps going for it. I think we're going to see that for the next 30 days. I do think, though, that they also believe that they can get the early voting started, that they can get their vote out, and that's what they're concentrating on. And the longer Trump sort of is reacting badly and sort of pushing off, I don't think they're that worried at all. He keeps bringing attention to him. They keep getting out their vote. That's sort of the plan right now, and I think it's working for them.
In this environment, Karl, what is Mike Pence's mission come Tuesday for this debate?
Put the focus back on change. The argument ought to be, are you in favor of change with Trump-Pence, or are you in favor of status quo with Clinton-Kane? This week, again, one of the most valuable, if not the most valuable asset a presidential candidate has at this point in the campaign is time. And we've chewed up here. We had 42 days, the morning after the convention, after the debates, between that day and the election day. And Donald Trump has used 4 or 5 or 6 of those days, depending on how you look at it, as being largely or only connected to Miss Universe. And he has got to push the change dynamic. And my suspicion is on Tuesday night we're going to see 2 people on the stage. Both of them are going to come off well, but I think Pence is going to hit hard the dynamic of, do you like where the country's going? Are you in favor of the direction that it's headed? If not, come with us. If you are comfortable with the way things are,
Karl, you're first.
let's go with Florida.
Okay, let's put up the RCP average of Florida polls there. It has Clinton up 44.7 to 43.5.
This is critical because if Trump wins Florida, and I think he's got a good chance of winning it, then he can win the White House. If he loses Florida, in all likelihood, he's not going to win the contest because Democrats have taken 18 states and the District of Columbia, and all 6 of the last presidential elections, all 6, 242 electoral votes in those states. If he wins Florida, then that kicks him. Then he's got a good start. If she wins Florida, she's at 271. If she wins those 6 those states that they've carried the last 6 times, so he got to win Florida. It could put him on the path to the White House. If not, very difficult to see a path that gets him.
Okay, Joe, your state?
North Carolina.
All right, let's put up the average in North Carolina. It is Trump 43.1 to Clinton 42.3.
This is a state that Barack Obama won in 2008 and then lost narrowly by half a point in 2012. I think the Clinton campaign is going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at trying to pull this state out. If they do, and particularly if Karl's right that Florida could tip to Trump, then North Carolina ends up slamming the door on him. If they get Florida and North Carolina, forget it, it's over. So I think they're going to throw everything at it, and I think getting out their vote, that's the concentration. They're going into that kind of an effort right now, and I still think Trump's and the GOP is woefully behind. It's better on the GOP, the Republican Party's gotten better, but the Trump campaign just doesn't have the apparatus in place, I don't think.
All right, gentlemen, as always, thank you very much. By the way, North Carolina, also an interesting Senate race there.